Hey everyone, welcome back. Another episode. Roll 'em if you got 'em. Carl, as always, joined with Dakota.
Hello, everybody.
Um, this video we're gonna talk a little bit about building 3D prints like before you print them. The anyone out there who 3D prints knows it is kind of a giant pain in the butt to super glue resin models together. Um, we have recently found a hack to that if you spritz them with a little water first, but still the super glue doesn't stick well to these guys. And then sometimes you print things that have a lot of pieces. I know I printed the like the knight armigers and stuff, and I did this with all of them. I built everything for those except for the arms. But yeah, so we're gonna build a Dark Angels model here. We're gonna use this guy as our inspiration. Uh, he's a, what'd you call him?
I know he's just like the lieutenant model, Dark Angels lieutenant model that they have going on.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've already went through and like picked out bits from different STL packs and such and things, and these are probably no longer on the sites that I acquired them from, but I'm a bit of a pack rat when it comes to scrolling through the STLs every couple of days, and just anytime I see something where I'm like, well, that's going to get a copyright infringement, I go ahead and download it before it happens. So here we go. One thing. So I'm in Mesh Mixer here. Let's start there. This is Mesh Mixer. You need a decent computer to run it. Um, I know like my laptop runs it way slower than my desktop, of course, but my laptop has a 1050 Ti and I think like an 8th gen i5 processor. It's nothing super crazy, but if I try to do too much, that will crash with Mesh Mixer. So I'm not even sure what on my desktop has it, but I know it's way better on my laptop. So you load up your bits, and it doesn't take much to get familiar with this piece of software. It's pretty simple. It's the reason I prefer it over Blender. But if you click on a piece, like if right now, if I just move this arm, edit, transform, and I go to move the arm's going by itself. Okay. And the angle and everything. So instead, we're going to cancel that. I'm going to hold shift, click on the shoulder pad and the hand and sword. Those are all one piece now. Now when I transform, they all move together. So you can build bits away from the model before moving it to the model to make kind of get a better look at things, make sure things are lined up, make sure things are connecting. Obviously, you kind of want these pieces to have a decent connection, because I've printed things before like this, and then when I take them off the supports, they just like I just pull it in half, and I was like, oh,
Mhm.
they apparently weren't close enough together. So like right here, I know I'm looking kind of right here. I can see that gray and green are meeting like here somewhere, and then I'll just shove it in a little bit. Check to make sure that like nothing looks dumb overlapping, but just shove it in a little, get a good connection. Hit accept, and it will save that piece there. I'm going to do the same thing with these guys over here. We kind of already pulled some of these out and lined them up. Now, this arm is not meant to go at the angle that we're going to put it at, but really that just gives me a really nice connection here. So, I mean, it connects there, but like obviously we're not going to do that. So it actually helps us get a good connection. We got a little connection here, and these are millimeters. Like you're not gonna see that, and as long as I don't run it, into here,
Mhm.
then you're not gonna notice it. So yeah, it looks like all right. We got a little connection there, and I know that was good on the other side, but now that I moved it, I'm just gonna Control Z, and it'll go back to where it was. So I know it's good here. I know we got lots of connection there. Move on to the backpack, and then once we get to the head, we're going to do like a tilt and a turn and kind of really show off some of the best parts of doing it this way. All right, so backpack here, zooming in, and so we can see as I slide it here, these two pieces are starting to run into one another, so that's good. Just kind of get it down in here. I'm not going to worry about these little grooved kind of spots. I'm just going to mush these together. Because if anyone's looking at this part of your model, they're too close already anyhow, so it's okay. There we go. Got the backpack together. Now, the head. Oh, and it took us a while to decide on a backpack, but we said a second sword because why not, right?
Yeah, pretty cool for a second sword.
And then you can paint like two different power swords or something if you want to practice your power swords. Alright, so the head here doesn't fit very well into this body anyhow. As you can see, the hood here is already making contact, but you know, we got a weird neck. I don't think that ball there is actually in there too great at that point, so we're gonna get it here. Now, looking at our reference model again, we want to rotate the head a little bit. We want him looking, it looks like he's looking just past his pistol arm here, so I think that was about 35 degrees here. Alright, and then he also seems to have a little chin tuck. Kind of go over here. If you come out to this outer brim, you can snap it in fives. If you hang out in the middle, you can put it wherever you want. I'm just going to drop him, I think, about 5 degrees. Give him that cool little chin tuck. And, I mean, man, that is pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on printing this guy. We'll have a picture of him up, actually, too. Oh, to finish it, Control Shift O will pull up your object list. Hold Shift. Actually, I think you can hold Control. No, hold Shift. There we go. Hold Shift, Control, whatever. Get all of this highlighted, and then export it. I'm gonna just put him in my temp folder here. Call him Dark Angel Test. You can save them as an object. You can save them in STL. I think an object is a smaller file. This always pops up. Hit continue. Give the whole system a second here. And we're going to fast forward through this part. It takes a while. Not too long. Alright, and we're back. That took like about a minute in the real world. Okay, so we're going to close this. We are going to go ahead and save him. Just DA is fine. It's not an object anymore. It's a mesh mixer, so I can come back in and re-edit things if need be. Alright, here we are in our Chewdabox. I have my little Dark Angels test. We'll load up this model. See if we can crash the computer for recording and doing all this at the same time. There we go. It's our dude. Then I always use Chewdabox's supports. But yeah, you print this guy and then you don't have to glue them together afterwards. And hopefully you have good solid connections all around. And yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Just not having to glue is such a bonus.
So nice.
Yeah.
It is so nice. But alright, well, we'll see you guys here in a second with a printed model. Alright. Here is our finished model. I have primed him black, but he is printed all in one piece. I primed him just so that we could hopefully see better details on the screen here. But yeah, I mean the arm that we did kind of some shenanigans with there. We really pushed that arm in because of angle. Like you don't tell that that arm is in there at a weird angle. Um, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the print turned out nice. I mean, how was it when you were pulling it off of the supports?
Oh, fine, fine. I soak them in warm water these days
Hmm.
before pulling things off supports. It makes them nice and supple, and then I will break off supports on like hangy parts.
Mhm.
And then once those are pretty much taken care of, I kind of just twist the model back and forth until it comes loose.
Yeah, I mean, seeing too. I mean, like it obviously looks like it came apart really well, uh, and turned out really well for having the whole thing assembled. I mean, that was kind of the point. Get it all assembled. That way, you don't have to try to glue this stuff together.
Hmm.
And if it came apart easy, then more power to you. Because sometimes I know if you can pretty easily break some stuff when you're trying to pull supports off if you don't
Oh,
really do it right.
it is
Hmm.
100% a 3D printing skill
Yeah.
that people don't talk about is getting things
Hmm.
off supports without breaking them.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean, the fact is you get an entire model, you know, that's on supports printed, and then just I clean up a little bit, prime it, and then boom, you start painting from there.
Yep.
I mean,
And if this was like a kind of a regular infantry model, I'd print this model and I'd go in and just switch his legs and the angle of his arms and then save a new model and then change the backpack and switch a weapon, save a new model. And
yep.
once you get one made, you can manipulate poses very quickly
Hmm.
and print a bunch of dudes with a bunch of different poses and weapons and all the good stuff you want. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm gonna do more with this guy. I really want to learn the grimdark painting style. So I'm gonna be printing uh just a model or two for a bunch of different chapters. I'm gonna do Dark
Hmm.
Angels. I'm going to do Blood Angels, Ultramarines, um, Iron Fist. Like I really want to flirt with that style. I think it looks awesome, and it'd be a nice new skill to learn. So look forward to this guy making a return soon.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for checking this video out. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions on the mesh mixer process, feel free to drop them below. I could do a more long form video on that again, or maybe even a live stream or two, just kind of building models. Um, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.